So how you doing, everybody? Ashraf coming at you. Um, One thing I wanted to talk about, I was listening to a great audio, and you probably heard of it. It's called "How to Win Friends and Influence People," and it's an old classic. I highly, highly recommend you grab that book or CD and watch it. Listen to it or read it. And a couple of my things I picked up from it that I'd like to give you as just some golden nuggets, so that you can use this stuff. And if you haven't read the book, I'll just give you a quick summary of it. And really, what it teaches is how to really get people attracted to your way of thinking. And what you want to do is maybe sell some kind of a product or something you're doing it. It's not always easy. People always want to become a salesman. They say, I have to make more sales. But this book really talks about getting interested in the other party. That way they get interested in you. And it's a very difficult task to do when you walk in the door and you go see a client, or you go show them something on the internet. And how do you get interested in them? And this book really gives you a lot of key points on getting interested in the other party. Because the more you ask questions about the other persons and what they're doing and what they would like to accomplish and how their trip was and everything like that, what happens is that people get focused on themselves. They want to talk about what their lifestyle is all about. And when you get that, you can find out where their need is. And when you find out what their need is, what their wants are, just by the way they talk to you, by the way they look at your eyes, and the way they do their body language and everything, you can actually figure out what motivates them to do certain things. And there's some specific questions you can ask that we teach in our stuff. And there's like one of the videos that we have in our series is teaches you in terms of how to ask the right questions when you're talking to somebody, so that they can buy your product or service. And one of these questions, I always give you a piece of it right now, is that let's say you're talking to somebody and they have some challenges. Well, one of the key things you can ask them is, say, how long have you had this issue, this challenge? Next question, you can say, well, that's interesting. You've had it now for 6 months. I'm sure you've done some things to try to correct it, right? What specifically have you tried so far to get some solutions? And then you can say, well, that's interesting. I can see that you're an honest person. You're working hard. You're trying to fix some certain things in your life. But why hasn't it worked? Do you know why it didn't give you the results that you were looking for? And then you can ask them, say, that's interesting. You didn't give you that, but suppose there was a better way that could help you get your goal. You still don't want to keep that problem, right? You want to look at a different alternative solution to that thing, because obviously you're already taking the time and the energy to try to fix it, right? And it didn't work. But then before we even get to that, my question is that your motivation to fix it may not be as strong right now. You may want to be kind of be happy with the problem that you have, and it's not really a big problem anymore. You're going to get used to it, as they say. One way you can motivate them is what I call is dissecting the problem, peeling the onion. Well, let's just examine the facts for a minute. That for them, one of the things you can ask them is that, how much this problem is having an impact in your life. Is it affecting you in your time? Are you spending a lot of time trying to fix it? Are you spending a lot of money into it? How much is this problem actually costing, both in time and money? Have you ever sat down and think about that? Well, that'd be interesting for you to know, because if you knew what it's costing you time and money-wise, you'd be able to say, hey, you know what? If this problem, for example, I'll give you an example, is costing you $10,000 a year, okay, not fixing it, okay? Let's suppose you have a truck, and it's an old truck, and you need a new truck, but you don't want to buy a new truck right now. But it's costing you $10,000 by keeping, because it consumes more gas, and it's not the best in shape. You lose business from it, right? But the thing is, to fix the problem, you're going to need a $50,000 new truck, right? So therefore, maybe right now is not worth it. The return on your investment may not be there. But if you analyze the facts, that maybe you can budget in that new truck into your lifestyle. You can budget it in, okay, by making money from a different business or finding another source of income. Then you can buy that new truck, fix the problem. So the problem is getting some income. Okay? And this is what we talk about, is most people today, they're working hard. They're putting in the hours in their work. They're doing what they can to budget their cost. And what happens is they don't have an alternative, method or a resource or a cash flow system where they can get this money coming in. Well, there's a great cash flow system we have for you. Check it out. Click on the link below. I'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.